all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, and it's the 17th of August 2022 around 7:45 a.m. in the morning as I begin this recording. Just before starting this recording, I had a very quick look at the indices and the genomic stock and the index movers. All of them are looking bearish. It's not looking great, but then stock market always has ups and downs, and we have to learn to ride the ups and downs. So let's go and check out the price action in our TradingView platform. We are in our TradingView platform, and I'm going into the Nasdaq futures. Nasdaq futures are down minus 0.95%, and they are still above the 200-day exponential moving average. And we can see here that the 9-day exponential moving average is intersecting with the 200-day exponential moving average, providing a very strong level of support. And you would have seen that earlier we were close to overbought and we came down a little bit. So today there is a negative of 0.96 in the pre-market action. And 0.96 is generally something that doesn't get written off as soon as the market opens. But I'll still hold out for a little bit of positives after the market is open. And let's go on and have a look at our indices. And you can see the US oil has come down below our line of support at 88.00. So I'm going to mark that as a resistance. This again is good for the inflation stats, because this means that fuel prices will go down further in the next inflation reading, and the fuel price that had gone down earlier in June would start reflecting in the food prices and the other prices, because it would have percolated down. So this the oil price is moving in the right direction, in my opinion, and it's destined for more weakness, because you can see the MACD and the momentum both are bearish at this point of time. Let's look at QQQ. QQQ pre-market is down minus 0.91%, and it's at 329.26, and our earlier support was at 330.05. So we have dropped just below the line of support that we have, and if we open the same way in the market, then we are going to convert our support of 330.05 into a resistance. And right now I think we have the 200-day exponential moving average and the 9-day exponential moving average providing very strong support. So I think that the worst case scenario for today would be 327.12 is the worst that we could potentially experience today, in my personal opinion. And I'm seeing that the MACD is bullish, and also the momentum also is pretty strong. So later in the day, I wouldn't rule out the possibility that we'll bounce back above the line of support at 330.05. With that said, let's go and have a look at S&P 500. S&P 500 is still on a bull track. Pre-market, it's down minus 0.81% today. So it's going to open up somewhere out here, but we still have plenty of space before we start challenging the bullish line of support here. And the day's worst is likely to be 424.23 is the worst case scenario for the day. And the best case scenario is breaking above resistance of 429.85. So these are the two possibilities. And I think we are first going to test the support before we move up. That is because we are overbought on the RSI, and the MACD still remains bullish. So that's what I think is going to happen with S&P 500. And then let's look at Russell's IWM. IWM is down minus 0.91% pre-market. Just going to draw a bull channel out here so that we can see what is happening. So this is our bull channel. It has got 1, 2, 3, and 4 touch points, so it's pretty strong. And today we are out here at 199.16, this thin line out here, which means that today the worst case scenario that we have is 196.84, and the best case scenario would be that we bounce back upwards and continue to consolidate sideways. So that's what I would expect. The best case scenario would see us close the day at 201.13. So these are the two possibilities. But when I look at the MACD, I'm very happy that it's bullish. But when I look at the RSI, RSI is overbought. So I think we are definitely going to move closer towards this diagonal line of support for the bull channel and test it and then move upwards. That's the most likely outcome for Russell's. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down minus 0.58%, and it's got resistance at 341.37, and it has got this bullish line of support. I'm going to mark this green so that you can see it clearly. I'm going to increase the pixel size so that you can still see it in a smaller device. So we have this line of support out here. This is going to be the ultimate support. We have the 9-day exponential moving average sitting at 334.28, offering the first level of support, followed by the 200-day exponential moving average sitting at 331.83. So those are two lines of support. And I'm definitely thinking that we are going to have a cooling off of price because RSI is overbought out here. And once RSI stabilizes, then we'll see further movement upwards. VIX is up again today, and it's being challenged by the 9-day exponential moving average sitting at 20.56. Right now, the VIX is up 4.52%, sitting at 20.57. The VIX is going to find resistance at 21.20 today. If it manages to break through the 9-day exponential moving average, and that means that share prices are bound to fall. Put call ratio is still on the bullish side, and if we look at XLY by XLP, yesterday was a risk on, and today we are still waiting to see a candle form because this is a delayed feed. When we look at the US dollar index, we have some kind of a double bottom out here, and therefore I think US dollar index is likely to continue raising, and we may have to extend this diagonal line of resistance from the earlier bull channel in order to provide some resistance going forward. Right now, the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average and the 50-day exponential moving average all are giving support. So there's plenty of support for US dollar index before it falls. So I think on all accounts, it's going to be going up. If you look at the momentum, it's above average and pointed upwards. And MACD is almost ready to cross over to the bullish side. Now that is negative for the stock market because funds will be taken out of the stock market and it will go into the US dollar index. And with that said, I'm going to look at the index movers. Amazon is down 1.06 pre-market. Google is down 1.04 pre-market. Apple is down minus 0.35 pre-market. Microsoft is down minus 1.03 pre-market. And as you can see, Apple is already overbought. And if you see Amazon is very close to being overbought. So there is those dynamics which are working to kind of consolidate because there are a lot of stocks which are in the overbought stage, which need to cool off. And that's why I think we're going to see a bit of cooling off in the markets today. With that said, I would like to go and have a quick look at crypto, which is going to mirror Nasdaq. As Nasdaq falls, crypto will fall further, and Coinbase will also fall along with crypto. So these are all tethered to each other. And now let's go and look at commodities. Wheat is still continuing to go up. This is going to be a big problem for inflation. And then if you look at copper, copper has come down below the diagonal line of support, which is the bull channel. A bit of cooling off, but still we are way above where we were on 15th of July. So I'm comfortable with this movement. A bit of moderation is always good. Let's go look at the genomics. I'm going to sort it out so that we have the biggest losers on the top. Invitae was the biggest loser yesterday, being supported by the 9-day exponential moving average towards the close of the day. And the 9-day exponential moving average is sitting at 4.28, whereas pre-market we are sitting at 4.34, down 2.47%. So we are still getting support from the 9-day exponential moving average, and that should help us for the day. But if I look at the MACD, it's still bullish but tending towards the signal line. And the momentum, though above average, is pointed downwards. So with the overall market sentiment being what it is, I would expect this to fall down all the way up to 4.04 before picking up again. And that pickup could happen either late in the day or tomorrow morning. Beam is down minus 9.6% as of yesterday. And today, this morning, it's up 2.27%. And even though it's up 2.27%, it's just about at the intersection of this diagonal line of support from the previous bull channel, which is now currently a resistance. So I'm going to color this red so that we can see clearly where we are. So pre-market, we are just on top of it, just almost on top of it at 65.12, which is where the line of resistance is, and we are at 65. So we first need to break through this line of resistance, and then we have to get into this diagonal line of support that we have here for the bull channel, which is currently acting as a resistance. I find that it's going to be a bit difficult for Beam to do that. because the momentum is pointed downwards and the MACD is bearish, and overall market sentiment is also bearish. But because Beam had a big drop yesterday, there could be a bit of dead cat bounce, which can push it back on top of this diagonal line of support for the bull channel. And if that happens, a Beam can continue to stay on the bull channel. Intelia is down 6.21%, and pre-market it's down minus 0.83, as you can see here. And we have this diagonal line of support which has been coming with us as a bull channel for a while now. We are just on top of it at this point of time, and our MACD is looking bearish, and the momentum is also dropping below average. So I think Intelia is going to break through this diagonal line of support, bullish line of support, and come down into the next level of support, which is going to be a bear channel. We'll have to watch this very carefully and see where it goes. Editas was down minus 0.06% yesterday, and pre-market it's up. It's down minus 0.10. It's down minus 1.10, and we are below the bull channel now officially. And our next line of support is going to be the 100-day exponential moving average, sitting at 16.34. Both MACD and the indicators are showing, along with the market sentiment, they're all showing a very bearish trend out here. Let's look at CRISPR Therapeutics. It was down yesterday minus 5.35%, and this morning it's up 0.53%, but it's still below the diagonal line of support of the earlier bull channel, and it's also above the diagonal line of support from a previous bull channel, which is going to continue giving it support. And at this point of time, I can see that our worst case scenario for today will be a price drop up to 75.07, and the best case will be a bounce back from this diagonal line of support all the way to test the previous line of resistance up there. So that's what I would look for CRISPR Therapeutics today. And when I look at our MACD, it's bearish, and when I look at the momentum, we are just dropped below average. So I don't know if CRISPR can maintain this positive momentum, except for a little bit of a dead cat bounce from yesterday. PSEB is down minus 4.31% as of yesterday, and pre-market it's down minus 1.61%. It was a bit overbought, so I'd still hold out on the possibility that after falling a little bit and touching the 9-day exponential moving average, which is this yellow line at around 7.38, it's going to bounce back up again. Allogene is down minus 4.05% as of yesterday, perfectly balanced on the 9-day exponential moving average, sitting at 16.03. Pre-market, there are no trades, so I'm expecting 16.03 to perform a good resistance and good support. And once we touch 16.03, we are likely to bounce back up again, because MACD is still bullish and momentum is above average, even though it's pointed downwards at this point of time. So after being overbought, it's cooling off a little bit, and then it could pick up again. RG is down minus 3.92% as of yesterday, and this morning there are no trades. We are below the diagonal line of support, and will continue to stay below the diagonal line of support, because even though the MACD is bullish, it's tending towards the signal line, and momentum is below, is above average, but pointed downwards. And overall market sentiment seems to be bearish. So given all those things, I think RG is likely to stay today below the diagonal line of support of this bullish channel, and tomorrow morning I'll convert this into a resistance. Bluebird was down minus 3.66% yesterday, and today pre-market it's down 2.74%, and it has fallen below our line of support, which is at 6.44, because right now we are at 6.40 pre-market. I'll convert this into a resistance if it continues to be below it after the market opens. So I'll leave it to be there for right now. MACD is wildly bullish, but the momentum after being almost overbought has been dropping a little bit. So given the overall market sentiments, I think that we are likely to struggle with this resistance out here, and then potentially bounce back from the 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 6.05, which will be the worst case scenario for today, and then we'll bounce back up again, maybe towards the end of the day or tomorrow. Teladoc is down minus 3.62 as of yesterday, still being balanced by the 20-day, 50-day, and the 9-day exponential moving average. And pre-market, we are down minus 4.94%. Our MACD is looking bullish, but it's almost close to the signal line, and momentum, though above average, is still pointed downwards. So I'm thinking with the overall market sentiment, Teladoc is going to go down before it goes up again, and I think its next level of support is going to be this horizontal line, which happens to sit on 36.59. Right now we are 37.78. SQZ has got no trades pre-market, and it's got support at 3.02. And I think the indicators are looking a bit weak. SQZ is likely to lose more value today. Illumina is up 0.34% pre-market after falling 2.98% yesterday. It has got all the support that it needs from the 9-day, 20-day, and the 50-day exponential moving average, and it's going to stay today above the support of 21.87. And when I look at the MACD, it seems to be bullish, but just about, and it's ready to cross over to the bearish side. And also the momentum has dropped, even though it's above average, it's dropped closer towards going below average. So I think that Illumina is likely to give up a little bit of gains given the overall market sentiments. But in any case, it's going to bounce off 210.87 either later today or tomorrow morning. Next, I'm going to look at IDNA, which is down 2.69% as of yesterday. No trades pre-market today. And when it comes to IDNA, we are still in a bull channel. And the indicators out here seem to show that IDNA is getting a bit weaker. So we are likely to break through the 9-day exponential moving average of 33.62 today and test the 20-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 32.95. Verb is down minus 1.92 as of yesterday, 1.92%. And today there are no trades pre-market, and we are still above the line of support out here at 33.69. And the next support for us is the 9-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 32.92. This stock has been a bit overbought, and therefore I would expect it to cool off a little bit, and in any case bounce off from the top out here at around 33.69 and continue to be positive. I don't see much weakness in Verb. It's just a question of correcting the overbought condition. But Verb will also attract negative sentiment from the overall market that will assist in cooling off the RSI faster. But in any case, I think it will stay above 33.69 today. Next, let's go to Vertex, which is down minus 0.83% as of yesterday. I generally don't do analysis for Vertex. It's a big boyish stock in my opinion. IMTX is down minus 0.34%. Pre-market, there are no trades. I think IMTX will continue to stay above the 20-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 11.28, and it should bounce off from there. I think the MACD, even though it's bearish, I would take the cues from the momentum, which is above average and it's still a bit flat. So despite the negatives of the day, I think IMTX is likely to get a little bit of a break. It may touch the 20-day exponential moving average and jump back up again, maybe towards the end of the day or tomorrow. Let go of Pfizer and Novartis and Regeneron. They are big boys. Let's look at DNA. DNA is down 2.41% today, and it's dropped below the line of resistance, which is at 3.80, and it's still above the 100-day exponential moving average, sitting at 3.54. So I'm thinking that today we are going to hit the support at 3.54 and then bounce back up again. We have the 100-day exponential moving average, which is going to be the primary support for us today. I can still see that we have plenty of room in the RSI to go up, and MACD is also bullish. So the overall negative market sentiment is potentially rubbing off onto DNA, and DNA may lose a little bit, but stay above the 100-day exponential moving average, which is sitting at 3.54%. That's my opinion out here. Let's look at Caribou Biosciences. It's up 7.29% as of yesterday. Pre-market trades, it is flat. It was pushed down by the 200-day exponential moving average, and it's highly overbought. So with the negative sentiment in the market, it's going to give up some of the gains, and I think it's going to test the support, which is at 10.04, and it's going to bounce back up again from the support of 10.04. Right now we are at 10.75 this morning. With that said, I would like to bring this video to an end. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please press a like out there. And if you have not yet subscribed, why not? Please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.